Exterminate! Welcome back to Galactic Science, Episode 2 Let's Play with Shade of Dead, that's me, and we're here still on the moon. Now, it's been, I think, 2 lunar days since my last episode, and I've done a lot of sieving and working with stuff and trying to figure stuff out, and I've completed some quests, and we're going to kind of go over what I've done. We've got some friends out here. If none of you have ever been to the moon, the monsters all wear these helmets like this, these air tanks and everything. They're a little bit tougher than normal. It's an evolved spider, but you can bounce them, so it's not they can bounce you too. But this is what makes skeletons so bad in this mod pack, or being on the moon, is the gravity is so great, or so less, that it will just send you flying. Skeletons will just sit there and bounce you and just send you flying backwards up into the air as they shoot you repeatedly until you get lucky or get far enough away that you can dodge it. But I've got a mess down here, it looks like, right? So I've got some water flowing down into a stone barrel, making me obsidian, right? I've got myself a crucible. Whoop, get my obsidian. I got myself a crucible. It's being fed from my my standard way, I guess. I do a cobblestone generator, which is the water following all the way down. The lava goes down one, and then there's a piece of cobblestone underneath it, flows into the middle, makes our cobblestone. Got my transfer pipe going, or transfer node going, flowing in here. These better barrels, I have not upgraded this, but it holds 256 stacks of 64 cobblestone. I am set on cobblestone for now. And then I went ahead and used some of the lava to power the crucible a little bit faster. Now, when you start this, one thing you're going to find out, torches do not work. So how do you get a crucible going? How do you get lava to power a crucible when you don't have torches to power a crucible with? Well, in this one, they give you a solution of a block of coal generates the same heat as a torch does. Glowstone torches do not make heat, so you have to take and make a block of coal in order to start your production over here of lava. I'm just going to kind of show you around. I've got a fluid transfer node. It comes down in here and is pumping my lava into my stone barrel. It's not extremely fast. I mean, it's fast because it is going faster than this is going, but you know, it's still not extremely fast. But this allows me to get obsidian, and I'll tell you why that's important here in a little bit. Well, it is important. Just keep that in mind. I don't know if we're going to get that far. My superstar here is down to 3.37 million RF. So I am thinking I'm going to probably disconnect this bad boy before long, because I just don't want him to run out. We're still making our oxygen. I've made myself a farm in here. I got a lot of this from sieving dirt. You get these seeds from it. We've got some melons growing here. We got some potatoes. We got some carrots. We got a bunch of wheat. I got all my sugar cane. Sugar cane is a big deal. You're gonna want it. It is honestly one way that we can come up with automated power with sugarcane. It's pretty cool. And this is kind of my mining room, and you can see they do have the cheese ore on the moon, so you can get cheese ore, cheese curds that allow us to craft moon cheese, and they're kind of like a cake that you put down and you can eat it. This slab of cheese, as it were. Let's see. I've taken some of the spotlights out. I took one of those spotlights out, and I took this spotlight out, and I've mounted them here outside. I've got one up here in the air, shining down out in front, and it will light up a big area. And then I've got one on the back here, just kind of shooting out that way. I just wanted to see how far it goes. It goes like 50, 60, probably 64 blocks. If you give it something to drop down off of, it'll shoot even farther than that. So if I stood this up on a pole and shot it that way, it would go even further. These things are pretty sweet, and I'll probably make more of these as we go. It's not too terribly difficult to do. Kind of expensive. There's two kinds. There's one that runs on fuel, and then there's those just plain floodlights that are always on, as long as they have a redstone signal. Okay, well, let's just kind of go through the quest, and I'll go over what I have done here. Let's see. I sieved a whole bunch of moon dirt, and this is where I got all my seeds from. Is the moon dirt? I forgot. And you get some. You might get blaze rods. You can get you get the little stones, but you have to craft together into cobblestone. But you can get all these seeds, and this is going to give us some iron, or chemical iron, and we're going to be able to get ourselves a reward bag. Let's see what's in this guy. It's a basic one. A spawn zombie. Okay, we'll hold on to that for later use, I guess. Where are my zombie eggs? I don't know. I don't have any zombie eggs yet. We've got that one. Maybe we'll go through here. I've been sieving the moon turf. This will give you your powders. You can think of this as like your dust. I did get lucky, get one ancient spore. So that's good. We can get some mycelium going. But this will give you all this good stuff here. And this is going to give us some sucrose. That's great. Boom. Told you there's chemistry in this, guys. Or maybe I didn't tell you. I don't know. You can sieve rock, okay, in moon rock. And this is where you're going to get your starting ores. Aluminum, iron, and copper. Now, this is also where you get your water, because you'll get blocks of ice. And if you know, if you have a block, if you set down a block of ice, and there's another block beneath it, and you punch that ice, it'll break and it turns into water. And it doesn't seem to freeze back on the moon. So, that's perfect. Lapis, your diamonds. And you can also get these fallen meteors out of this. And fallen meteors, if you put them in your crafting table, will give you, I think it's 16 broken iron ore. So that's well worth it. We're going to get some gravel, which is great. Ooh, I could get gold, food, or reward bag. I think I'm going to get the gold, actually. Yeah. We're going to get the gold. Absolutely. I think. We got iron, and we got sucrose, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. Let's see. They wanted me to just shear off some oak leaves. That wasn't a problem. I sieved until I got me a couple pieces of iron, and I shivved me off a few stacks of oak leaves to get more dirt anyway. And they're going to give us some melons. Obsidian. They wanted or a block of coal. This is how you're going to power your crucible. Like it says right here, you make a block of coal and it works just like a torch would. So let's get a reward bag. Backup power, charcoal and coal. They want us to get some of each. Not a problem. We did that. We get a reward bag, and then I can get a Stirling generator or a coal generator. Now, I have a couple of these Stirling generators, and they're not super fast, but they do produce pretty good power. This guy should be fully charged, I think. Yeah, he's got 200,000 in him. So let's get a coal generator this time instead of a Stirling one, because we already have that. Because one of these produces, like, I think this one's more efficient in time, and the coal generator I think makes more power, or like a greater RF per tick, but uses more fuel to get that done. So sweet. So that's done. Of course, I've made my sieve. We've been through that. You know, silk mesh. You got to make that. You take string, which you're going to get from putting a silkworm on into some tree leaves, which will then turn them all white, and then you use a crook on all that, and you get a bunch of string. Put 9 string together in a crafting table, and you get a silk mesh. You get 2 silk meshes, 2 pieces or 2 wooden planks, and 2 sticks down below to make the legs, and you get an oak sieve. And so we're gonna get some more gravel and that reward bag. Told you I kind of been busy, but all this stuff is pretty simple, and I kind of wanted to just skip to the stuff that maybe we haven't seen much of. Built me a crucible, of course. We're gonna get a bucket and an empty canister, and this is for making, or this is for storing fuel in. Okay, so we could get more sugar cane, or we could get a reward bag. Now I've got sugar cane growing, so I think we're gonna go with that one. All right. Even hotter, a bucket of lava. And this one, we're going to take ender lily seeds, because why wouldn't we do that? So, they're not going to grow fast. Fail. Oh, that if you die, they will give you some basic stuff. They'll give you an oxygen mask, oxygen gear, and a light oxygen tank. And that's what you get. If you die, you get not much back. You better have some backup stuff, or be ready to make some backup stuff. Now here they're going to want us to fill up that fuel, and the way we do that is a crucible, and you put dirt in it, or not dirt, wood in it, and it turns into fuel, which you can then fill your canister with. It's pretty sweet. They're also going to want us to make some awesomite, which has got, you know, several steps to it. We're going to look at that. Do I have anything else for 7 quests with unclaimed rewards? So I have some that are done. What else do I have done? Oh, so we got the transfer node. We're going to get a stack upgrade to that. It'll move it faster. Liquid transfer node. We get some speed upgrades to that. Oh, I got to pick it. What? Oh, I don't have any room. Put the stack upgrades, put the seeds in there, spider eyes, melons, sugarcane, bone, empty canister. We're gonna put all this stuff in here. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing or what you're looking at. No, don't break down my sucrose, you son of a gun. Leave that alone for right now. All right, and a liquid mover. This will give us our speed upgrades. Those are going to be nice to have. I really didn't want to break down that sucrose. But this, all right, so I guess we may as well talk about this. This is the chemical decomposer. Chemical decomposer will break things down. So like obsidian will break down into silicon dioxide and magnesium oxide. Okay? And that allows you to take these, once we get the machine built, will allow us to make gravel. And gravel is so important because it's kind of the best. Let's see, what can we make from it? That's what we want. This is where you're going to get all your ores, basically. That's why gravel's so great. You're going to get your emeralds, you can get your diamonds, and you're going to get all your ores. Now the drop chances on some of this stuff is not great, but you're going to get a lot more iron and aluminum. Like you can get a lot of iron out of this because sieving moon dirt or moon rock, let's see, gives you a pretty low drop rate on that. At least that's been my experience. I'm not sure how low it ends up being. Let's see, 7% as opposed to 20%. So it allows us to get other ores than just copper, aluminum, and iron. So that's going to be kind of a big deal for us to get into that. Let's see, what is this? Relocators. Okay, so you're going to want something smarter and faster. So we're going to get into this. This is another transfer method other than using transfer nodes. So we will get into those. We're going to need those, it looks like. And the old automatic sieve, we're going to have to make some of this too. They don't have any, there's no autonomous activator in this. So if you're going to do it, you're going to do it with this. And they still eat just as much power as before. So let's see, storage solutions. I have made a better barrel, as you can see. And then I can get an upgrade. I don't know that I need the storage upgrades. Let's go with a void upgrade. Why not? And storage solutions, I've made 5 chests. We can get a sorting upgrade and 2 copper chests for that. That's nice. Some extra storage there. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to go through these here in a second. I know I'm just kind of, feels like all I'm doing right now is catching you up, but we'll get there. And I've started doing some of this with the chemical decomposer. You get the chemical decomposer, and I'm sorry I didn't show you this one. From here, let's see, which one is it? One of these gives me, I got the chemical decomposer from... Is it in here? No. One of these quests gave me the chemical decomposer. And I took it so that we could get stuff done. Oh, where is it? Oh, why do all the work? Is that it? No. No, I had to have the you get it as a reward, so you don't have to make the first one. It's not in here. No. Well, I'll have to think about that and figure out where I got that. Bad boy. Is it here? No. Was it here? No. Was it here? No. One of these gave me the chemical decomposer. I know it did. So I got it from a reward bag. That's frustrating. Maybe I shouldn't have done so much. Can't remember where it's at. Fabricating circuits. We'll get to all that stuff here later. But we've got to work on getting into... Well, we'll end up having to work on getting into flying to other planets. That's going to be a thing that we're going to end up doing. So count on that. And we're also going to have to, you know, get Galactic Craft going. But right now, I need resources, and that's where we're running short on. And I'm going to work on getting some automation of that up and going, so that we can get a lot more done here. And the way these things work, okay, so for instance, a microscope. Put this up here, put gravel underneath it, and it tells us we can put silicon dioxide together. And this corner, if you put it here, you get something different. But you put it here and you can make gravel, okay? And you want to know how to make a coal generator? It's going to tell you, I don't know how to do that. That's too complicated. But if you just do like simple things, you can make wood with a bunch of cellulose in this little T pattern. It'll make a block of wood for you. You can make dirt with silicon dioxide up here. Down here it's gravel, up here it's dirt. You know, there's all sorts of different methods of getting this done, basically. Dump fluid, empty. Alright. Let's see. And I wanted to look at doing these pure awesomite. Okay? So if we get one pure awesomite ingot, they're going to give us one as well. So awesomite. And to get a pure awesomite ingot, you have to smelt awesomite dust. To get awesomite dust, you have to have a diamond and flint and awesomite dust. Right? And awesomite dust is made with redstone, a piece of gold, and a piece of iron. And I don't have any gold. Can I use... Sometimes I don't think I can just use this as part of the recipe. We're gonna try something. I think I have to have the chemical recombiner first. Where's my iron? I might be out. Oh no, it's in my inventory. There we go. Alright, and I need some redstone. That'll be fine. I don't think I can just use gold, AU. You know, no, I can't just do it that way. Okay. All these liquids, all this stuff can be poured out. And you can pour it out and they have different effects. Gold will make lightning strikes, which charge inventory. I've got to figure out what all this stuff does. But I could go out here and make a hole in the ground and pour this gold out and make a pool of like liquid gold, and it will get lightning strikes down on it. It's kind of cool. There's other items too, like sucrose will make you go faster and all sorts of good stuff. So I think it feeds you too. So you can kind of solve your, not that food is a big deal, but you can kind of solve your food problems that way. Let's pop these open real quick. Spawn creeper, can of food, what is that, watermelon? Dehydrated melons, okay. So those are my basic ones. Here's the good one. Another tutorial sign, sweet. And another tutorial sign, and okay. And we get a lava tank. Nice. How much is in that? 16,000 millibuckets. Well, I'll just put this away for right now. We got ourselves a couple more tutorial signs that we can put up around the place. Boom, boom. Get our tutorial signs going. See, oh, there it goes. Boop, 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 boop. I wonder if these things respond to a redstone signal. If I could set up some sort of cycling redstone signal to make them blink on and off like that. Anyway, let's see. I'm really enjoying this pack. It's new, it's different. It's not like a lot of these other survival ones where you end up just doing the same things over and over and over again. It's really good. So let's see. Alright, we got this. This is still making. Let's go ahead and get the obsidian. Give me my obsidian. Where'd it go? There it is. One of the problems, these stone barrels do these glitchy things here where they make stuff appear up there that shouldn't be there. So you got to keep that in mind. It's gonna be a little glitchy when it comes to that. But we're making obsidian so that we can get more silicon dioxide, which is going to let us make more gravel, which is going to let us get more stuff. It makes a lot too. Breaking down this free obsidian is kind of the best way to get this done. And I'm burning through the charcoal. Eventually we're not going to run this on any sort of coal. We're just going to use straight carbon to burn it. It works really well. There's other stuff too, like this stuff. No, not this stuff. There's other things that make it better, but we're gonna need. Can't make the awesomite. Let's see. Oh, I gotta claim this. So we're gonna get energy conduit, oak wood, and some cobblestone, and another reward bag. Put these energy conduits away. Put that wood and cobblestone away. I've got all the cobblestone in the world. And let's open that bad boy. Get another lava tank. Great. And let's go to step 2. Alright. So I don't want to mine anymore. So we need to get some moon turf. And they're going to give us silicon. Well, let's go ahead and get one piece of moon turf here. If I can find one that I haven't mined. Moon turf. Give me that. Oh, I thought I was like, that thing right there. I thought I looked up and saw a spaceship and I was about to freak out. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta craft it. I gotta make it out of this stuff. So we need the chemical recombiner before we can do that. Alright. Molecules and stuff, they're gonna want cellulose, oxygen, hydrogen, and silicon. Alright, we'll have to work on making that apart, and we can get a chemical synthesis. Oh, I can get one straight away out of that? Okay, so I just need to decompose some stuff. Cellulose, oxygen, hydrogen, and silicon. Well, that shouldn't be too hard. I might even have some of the cellulose and stuff here. Oh, we got sucrose, magnesium, oxide, iron, sucrose. Okay, let's get pretty sure we can get some from here. It doesn't always give you something. When you put something in here, it's not always gonna give you the stuff you need. So we got oxygen, hydrogen, and they want silicon. Okay. Do I have enough? How much do they want of each? Oh, 10 silicon. Alright, so let's look up silicon and see what we can break down into silicon. Well, silicon, of course. Oh, we want the chemical decomposer. What can we use here? Silicon plate. Oh, wait. Stone. I think one of these. It's so quiet on here. Yeah, we got raw silicon. So why wouldn't we just use this? Perfect. Oh, break it down. It won't. Okay. Well, that's why. Alright, so what else can we make it out of? Stone. Grass. Cobblestone can make it and make oxygen. Oh, it can make a lot of stuff. Never mind. Silicon oxide. What is this? Yeah. silicon dioxide. I guess I could break down a little bit of my silicon dioxide. Get some silicon. My silicon. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And we get 10 silicon. Now it should detect all that, and it should give us our chemical synthesizer, which we've kind of been waiting for here. Just digging into the wall here. There's that, and chemical synthesizer. Now he should start getting power too. Yep, sure is. And this is the one that will allow us to make our gravel. So the gravel being easy, we'll use some silicon dioxide. Let's put that stuff. Whatever. Break it down. And hydrogen and silicon. And do we have any more silicon dioxide in here? Oh, there's some. Okay. So we can take this and we can make gravel, or we could make dirt, or we could make does this one do anything? No. Alright, so you can make gravel or dirt out of this. So we want gravel. We only want 1. So this is like the recipe. You're just putting it in here, but you're not actually like it's just a ghost image. It's not actually going in. I have 54, right click, it's just showing, hey, this is how we want to put it together and make stuff. So we're going to put our silicon in here, and then it will make gravel, silicon dioxide. We can just make as much as we want. We can just click on this, we can right click, shift, left click, and it'll make all the gravel, and then we can get that sieved up. We ought to also make a what is it? Automatic sieve? What do we need for an automatic sieve? An automatic sieve. Some glowstone dust, iron ingots, and an oak sieve. Oh. Okay. I can do that. Alright, so actually let's get our sieve. We'll just use this one. So why not make it automated? Why make this harder than it needs to be right now? And let's get one of these out. Let's go ahead and get both of these out. And we're going to put our crafting recipe together. We need some iron ingots. Boom and boom. Need these. Oh, I need some glowstone, don't I? Okay. I've got some around here. There we go. And that's how you're going to make your torches on the moon, is with glowstone, because there's no air, guys. So normal things don't work. It's kind of amazing that water doesn't freeze here. Although a sieve or a vacuum, the thing about a vacuum is it makes a very good insulator. So there's kind of this misnomer that if you fall out into space, like you get blasted out of an airlock, that you'll just harden and freeze up. But you will, but not as fast as you might think. You're probably going to die from the decompression of there being a vacuum around you. The vacuum is actually going to insulate you from the cold, whereas if you're just thrown out there like without a suit or any protection, you're probably going to burn up from the radiation from the sun first. It's actually kind of terrifying. Alright, I'll stop talking about terrifying things. And I don't want to put that right there, but we can put it right here. Let this bed. Oh no, I got a hole in my wall. I'll go fix that. Put that there. And this is getting power. We can tell it to do our gravel. Now this guy's burning away on this charcoal. So carbon value is 16, right? Give me one of these. Alright, so let's go in here. So if we put charcoal in, we get 8 carbon back. Okay? Which is, yeah, that makes sense. You get 8 carbon because each piece of liquid carbon counts as 200. Hydrogen counts as 100. Creates explosion if hit entity is on fire. Okay. More drops from coal and diamond ores. Okay. See, I don't know what all this stuff does, but we're going to work on it. So if we take that out and I just put this carbon in here, it'll start using that to burn and power its electricity. It's not really any faster, I don't think. Boom, there, block that off. Doesn't even look bad, doesn't even look weird. Nice. But it'll start burning. See, it's burning it now. So it burns fast and generates 2000 RF. This guy makes basically for the same price as this charcoal. It just doesn't burn as long. But it's making its RF, it's pumping it away, and we are getting some sieving done here. It uses a lot to get any sieving done. So I might actually break this, take it with me. We're going to go downstairs. Let's go ahead and get, let's try this coal generator. Let's go ahead and get a power. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Oh, because there's not a plug on the back. Okay. Pick you up. There we go. And let's put it this way. And then it connects. Yes, then it connects. And then we're going to need to get, I think I can just, can I? Yeah, I can just take the star out. And nothing is going to explode. So we'll put this bad boy over here. We might need it at some point in our lives. But right now, we are going to power all this with this thing. The hotter this gets too, the more power it actually makes. So it increases its generating effect the longer it runs. So if you keep this stocked with fuel, so if I were to pump like, you know, pieces of carbon down into it, the longer it would run, the more power it eventually makes. So when this cools down though, if this runs out of power, then it stops generating power. Okay, and I don't really need it running all the time. That's one of the things. It doesn't have to run all the time. I just need it to power these right now. It doesn't need to. So now it's cooling down, and if I put some more in, then it'll put that in there. Oh, it won't take this, huh? This one won't burn that. This one does have to have charcoal. Or no, it won't. It won't take it at all. Alright, so let's see what happens here. It's got to cool off before I can put more in. Alright, not generating. Let's try that. No. With charcoal in. Won't that go in there? Oh, you gotta shift click it? Alright, it's gotta have charcoal in it. But I can just have this powered up just to kind of make sure all this stays charged, as opposed to trying to leave it on all the time. There must be cabling running underneath here and then across over to here for power cabling. That's why I put it there. But our automatic sieve, it needs its own home. It really does. Let's put it back over here. Let's get our Stirling generator out. Boom. Let's get our automatic sieve out. Boom. Get this bad boy cranking away. I'll have it burn some carbon. It's going to make power. Slowly build this up. And then we'll set it to, I can't put stuff back in, but set it to 7. I may as well just let it go. So it's going to put it all in there. It says it's consuming 40 RF. This thing only makes 20 RF. Burn rate 2 times. Is there? Oh wow. Oh, this has got this kind of set up, and I can tell it to do different things and so on and so forth. We can maybe get a double layer capacitor gives 2.7 efficiency. Octatic capacitor gives 5.3. So we can maybe, how do we make capacitors? Capacitor. Here we go. Double layer capacitor. Need some crushed coal, energetic crushed coal or coal powder. Okay, energetic alloy, which is made. Ooh, all right. So we gotta have an alloy smelter. Alright, so we are going to build some other stuff here, which I've never really played with the alloy smelter much. But we've got a method here now that we can make. We can sieve stuff. I can make more gravel by breaking down my obsidian. We're gonna have a lot of leftover chemicals that maybe I don't even care about, but we're gonna have them, and then that will allow us to maybe turn them into other stuff. So anything here, so like this magnesium oxide, I can break this down into magnesium and oxygen if I want to. It gives extra air when mining underwater. I don't know. All sorts of good stuff. Silicon, advanced circuitry decomposes mob drops. I don't... Creates... See, I don't know necessarily what all this stuff does. I think sucrose, if I put it down... Alright, so if I need a hole to put it in. Let's make a hole here. I think this one feeds you. Oh, I can just drink it. Can I shift right click? No. Oh, made me fast. For how long? Like 30 seconds. So it's like a potion. That's nice. That's nice. Isn't that nice? Alright, so we've got a little bit more better automation going here with our sieve. This is how we have to do it. So we've got to let this guy, keep this guy fueled, making this, which I can get from breaking down like oak wood. And it's going to make cellulose, lots and lots, which can then be broken down. I can also use hydrogen to fuel it too. When it runs out. Is this guy out? Yeah, this guy's out. We'll just burn some hydrogen. And then the cellulose will break down into carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, which we can then use to fuel our furnaces. Now, I think when you use this form, this chemical like this, these vials of chemical, when you go to break them down, they always fully break down into what they're made out of. When you put in something else, not necessarily going to break down into the other things. Now, see, we've got all this iron, and we've got all this gold, and I think... Where's the rest of the gold? I think we can... Oh, wrong thing. There's a way to turn iron back into iron? No, is it like that? I gotta figure out how to do it. Let's look. Let's look up iron. And let's actually look at iron and see what we can... I don't want to know how to make it. I want to do... Yeah. Right, so I put it up here. 16 iron makes 1 iron ingot. This will make iron powder. This will make crushed iron. And then we can make other material. Blocks of iron. Iron oxide. I don't know what I'd use that for. Rust. That's what that is. That's rust. Chromite, augite, biotite. You can just craft a water bucket. Use 16 for each ingot here, and then some H2O, and you make a water bucket. That's kind of cool. But we can make our iron again by doing. Let's see, we want 16. Oh, I don't want 64. Alright. I gotta figure out how to do this easier. Okay, so if I hold shift and I click again, if I hold shift, oh, that filled all of it. I don't want to do that. Shift, click, no, I don't want that. Shift, right click, no, why is it doing that? Trying to make a block of iron? I don't want a block of iron. Where'd all my iron go? It's disappearing. It's not good. Oh boy. I guess if you actually make something, you better grab it. You better grab it because it's making my iron disappear. Do you guys see it anywhere? Did I get a bucket? I did get a bucket. Alright, and then I can decompose this bucket back down. What else did I get? I don't know. Will this break down into stuff? Should, right? Okay, so I got some of this back. We don't want this in there. What we want in here is that. Yes. And then I can put all my iron in here. And I can make my iron ingots. Nice. And then what? If I do AU in a similar method here, let's see. That. Yep. And then we can put our gold in here and we can make our gold bars. Boop. Got a little left over. There we go. We've got a little bit of gold, so we can get started on some other stuff now. We can make the awesomite now and everything else. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So this here, and then it was a gold bar and an iron bar, and we get awesomite dust. Okay, we need to do that again. So we need more redstone here, and let's do this. Do this. I needed at least 4 or 3. Okay, and then we can do the awesomite. Oh, there's something back here that we need to claim. Get the chemical synthesizer, and he's going to give me a whole bunch more gold, and then I can get silver or lead. Ooh. Oh, we'll think about that. I'm not sure what I want to choose on that. That could be my only supply for a while. Pure awesomite. Okay, so they just want 1 ingot of awesomite. So, what is awesomite used for? I don't know. It's from awesome sauce. So, this powder is what we want. Dust we want. So we need diamonds and flint. Okay. I think I have some diamonds. Yep, I got a diamond. And we need flint. A piece of flint. And then there was what? A diamond here, flint here, and then awesomite dust here, and we get pure awesomite dust. Awesome. And then I got to make some awesomite ingots. There we go. Cook that up. Get one of these. Turn that in. And then I don't know what to do with this. I'll be honest. We can make an awesomite hammer. I don't know. Awesomite blocks, pure awesomite blocks, awesome machine core. That might be something useful. Alright, so I've got one of those. Perfect. And we'll take a reward back. We get another awesomite ingot. And then that kind of stops. So we're going to have to explore this on our own. Let's see what this says. Alright, so we can make awesomite blocks, awesomite machine core. Okay. And it also gives you a power out converter of 1/10 RF. Rate of 1 to 10 RF. What? Emits lasers from a computer. Computer-based lasers. Okay. Energy laser emitter. Human laser emitter. Nothing special. Send yourself to the other end. Oh. Teleports you. Is that what that does? Laser receptor. Mirror laser. Changes direction over reflect. Oh, we can have lasers shooting all over. Double mirror laser. Changes direction of split. Oh wow. What is this for? I don't even know what this does. I'm gonna have to dig into this a little bit more. Okay. But what else can we make from this? Alright. So what does this awesome machine core make? Well, it'll... Oh! That's how we get the TARDIS? Are you it's that easy to get a TARDIS? I need 100,000 life points. A blood altar. if you get the TARDIS key, you can summon the TARDIS, guys. Blood magic is in this. That's how you get a TARDIS key. May or may not be useless. Okay. But the real TARDIS key is this one. I know this one works. I've seen that one before. I don't know what that is. But then you can summon a TARDIS. And you can fly around in it. They got all the different ones. Ooh, and then you can upgrade the TARDIS. And you can make new things. And you get a sonic screwdriver. Oh man. Alright, so, sorry, I'm geeking out a little bit. But it doesn't look that hard to make a TARDIS key. I mean, really. It really doesn't. I can make... Well, maybe I can. So let's look at... How do you make a blood altar? Before I get all geeked out here, what do we gotta do here? Oh, we gotta get Desh ingots and Dalekanium. Alright, well... That's a ways off yet. We have to meet some Daleks yet and get some Dalekanium. So I guess I won't get too excited. But that's what this Awesomite does, and that's pretty awesome. It makes we can make a hammer, and we can make a TARDIS key eventually with blood magic, and that's gonna be pretty sweet. But that's a ways down the road yet. We haven't even met a Dalek. Exterminate! I don't know really anything about them. I don't know if they say that. I hope they do. Exterminate! I hope they say that when you meet them. And I hope the, what are they? Cybermen or say something about upgrading. I hope all that. Now, so, well, I think we've kind of got to a good point here. I can still keep fumbling around in here. I don't know a lot about this one. I've never played it before. And I'm just kind of pushing my way through here. Let's go ahead and claim this. We're going to get a rocket fuel bucket. Nice. Alright. And then we can get the hammer. And the hammer will take... you can hammer down your sieved products. So what they're saying is your... let's see, iron ore. There we go. So like this, you can turn into iron ore gravel, which then you can smelt it right away. You can get an ex nihilo hammer out. You're always going to get this, but you have a chance to get 7. Well, no, you don't. You have a chance to get 6. If you have fortune on it, you have a chance to get 7. But right now, you only have a chance to get 6. And so you get a 50% chance to get one more, and you get a 5% chance to get the second one. But you have to have fortune to even try to get that one. But the hammerer, it doesn't show it because it doesn't actually have an interface, so they can't show it to you. But the hammerer works the same as this. It will hammer it down and give you this powder. So you can set it up so you can be like, okay, we're gonna do. You can have like a series of them, and you can be like, all right, I'm gonna put all my broken iron ore in this one, and it's gonna hammer it down into, the crushed iron ore, which is gonna then turn it into, craft it into sand, and then on down the line until you get all your dust. And then you even have it craft up your dust and get your dust that way, or get your ores that way. So, but we have that beautiful auto sieve running. I say beautiful. I don't really mean it. It's gonna burn so much power. There. It's gonna burn so much power this way. I don't know if I come out ahead fuel-wise. I think I do. What's in cellulose? Do I have any in here? No. I'll have to do some maths. I'll have to do some maths and figure out if this actually comes out better than turning it into charcoal. I would have to think. I'm not sure if it does or not, but let me show you why sucrose is so good real quick before we leave. Alright, so sucrose. Sucrose is C12H22O11. That allows you to have, for one piece of sugar cane, you want to turn it into sugar first, and then put it in here. Sugar cane only has like a 30% chance to give you sucrose. Actual sugar, put it in your crafting table and it just turns into sugar. Gives you like a 50 or 75 or something. It gives you a better chance of getting this chemical sucrose out of the decomposer. But you get 12 carbon and 22 hydrogen for each piece of sucrose, so you just end up with so much that it's ridiculous. And I got all this oxygen, and I've got to figure out what I can do with this. You should be able to burn oxygen, because oxygen burns, but I wonder if... Can I just drink it? Oh, can I stand in it? No. Well, I've made a mess. I've made a mess of things. I've got oxygen everywhere, and I don't know what it's doing. Is it like refilling these? No. I don't know what to do with that. Gonna have to fix that problem. See if we can throw some gravel down and fix it. There it goes. Whew. All right. But I'm gonna play with that because that stuff's all pretty sweet, and yeah. Stuff's all pretty sweet. We're going to figure out how to make all that work to our favor here. And I don't know what these are for. I'm looking into the automatic sieve. I really never used it very much because it's too much. It costs too much. Maybe I need to bring that other one up here and let this one die. And then I need to bring that one that uses more power up here, or generates 75 power up here, and put this one downstairs. I think that's probably smarter. This one also does not make or store power, so I could at least set up the Sterling one and get him filling himself up so that these things can run off that battery for a while. That seems smarter. Then we'll use the coal generator, which makes more power, not as efficiently. Hydrogen, and we've got to use, but we have to use coal to make it work. I got to shift click it in there. You can't just set it in there. So we'll have to burn some wood, and I guess I could put some of my cellulose back. Yeah, I could change this back into wood. Or not. I can just make it. I can just make coal in here. Coal. So how do we make it? In this thing. There it is. C8. So if I just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. Throw that down, I can make coal. Cool. We got some empty tubes. Wow, that's cool. Alright. I can just shift click that in there. Man, it eats through it pretty quick, don't it? It don't mess around none. It should be making more power than... Oh, it's not charging it though. Interesting. This coal generator's kind of interesting. I'm not really... Oh, no, it's not charging. It's not moving at all, is it? I need to get it down here next to it, where it's got one of its outputs. Don't I? Where is its output? It's on the one side. It only has one side that has an output in it. Oh, what a pain. Alright, we gotta get this thing sorted. Yeah. Put the coal in there. Make a big mess, I'm sure. Where'd it go? Where'd my save go? Oh, it's clear across over here. So let's throw down these for the moment. Throw that down. Sieve down. Fill it with the gravel again. Now it's getting its power. Okay, so it needs to be over here. And it's out of power. We gotta make more. Alright, so I'm gonna mess around with this. Figure out some automation here with how I can make more more of this. You know, make it just produce the coal. I may go back to those Sterling generators, wire them all together, wire these all together because I can use just straight carbon in them. I don't know, this guy makes more power though. It just consumes coal a lot faster. So I don't know if this is the solution at all. May throw this thing away. I haven't figured out what I want to do with that. But, alright guys, I've wasted enough of your time. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a couple reward bags here. Let's go ahead and pop them. Let me clean up my inventory first, because I have so much stuff. We got stuff clear over here we need to get rid of. Out of my inventory. Oh, give me the empty tubes back. I think I can even break down like empty tubes. Did anything fall down the stairs? Doesn't look like it. Let's get rid of these whores. And these. We got some rocket fuel, some awesomite. We can get rid of those too. Alright, so what do we get here out of the good one? A zombie head. Okay. Put him right there. And we're going to get a greater one, which is going to give us another lava tank. 25% chance to get that. Not very much in the way of different things you can get here. We got a good amount of lava there. And that's it, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're having fun up here on the moon. I'm really kind of enjoying this, getting some new stuff together. I think next time we're going to get into some of this automation for wood, because we're going to want that. And then it looks like there's a farming one. There's this one here, which is like a mob grinder, but it can be dangerous to you if you don't make an upgrade to make it not kill you. I think it's that one there. So it only kills mobs. And these are a little bit different. They look kind of like... There it is. Wooden chopper, that's it. So you build it like this, and it will use wooden tools, only wooden tools, to chop down trees. And it has a range, the wooden one at least, starts with a range of 1, which does not mean a circle around it, you know, 1 square out. It means 1 square. And then you can make upgrades, wooden upgrades. It only takes wooden upgrades to give it like 2 or 3 more each time. And so you can, and it kind of spirals out from there, and you can make it. But anyway, we'll play with that here next time. We'll get that started, and then maybe look at doing the yield. I need to go fill up my oxygens. Maybe look at doing the old stone one, and it looks like they're going to take us right on down stone, iron, diamond, with the different upgrades for it. And I'm sure that's one for farming. We're going to need a hammerer. Maybe we'll look into these. I don't know if I want to dive into those just yet. Probably we'll have to get the automation going. And we're going to have to move out of this base. This base is not big enough to do what we're going to need to do. Right now I've got, like, everything's just crammed in here. Like this hallway is just crammed in here. I think I need to get a... I don't know, I may either redo this and set this up with a hopper to pull the obsidian out, or I'll maybe just make another transfer node and have it pull the obsidian out and put it into a chest. Haven't decided yet, but we're going to set this up some more. We definitely want the obsidian so that we can make our gravel, which will then allow us to get a lot of stuff done here. I'm excited about that. Yep. Alright, well guys, again, here we go again. Me trying to tell you goodbye over and over. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button. It helps me out. And if you didn't like it, you know, hey, tell me why. Tell me why you don't like it. Tell me your thoughts about this one. I really like this mod pack so far, I think. If you haven't checked it out, try it. Just literally just the experience of doing this on the moon is enough of a different experience. It's worth the time to do it. Like, excitingly so, it's worth the time to just do it, to get up here and do this on the moon, with the potential of traveling to other planets, You know, there's the Earth. You know, traveling to other planets where, you know, I have a good feeling. You know, the further out we get, the farther away the sun gets. See, the sun is not. See, the sun is normally the size of the Earth. But look how small it actually is in this one. It's kind of tiny because I guess we're further away, I guess is what they're trying to tell us. So, because we're further away from the sun, does that mean when we get to Mars, it's just going to be this tiny little block that floats through the sky? And we get out to Pluto and it's not going to be there at all, and it's going to be super dark all the time? You know, this could get interesting, and we may end up needing these floodlights a lot. I really like these things. They're fun. You gotta make some glowing alloy ingots, which is a gold nugget surrounded by glowstone. That's not too bad. We can totally do that now. So we've got the gold, and we get lots of glowstone from sieving things. So we can definitely do that up. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And I guess I will see all of you guys later. Boing, 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 boing.